Out of the Blue, proudly brought to you by Leasingham. Another surprise!
Out of the blue. You want that with fries? Out of the blue. Come with me across the sea. On a barbecue. We're gonna cook for you.
Nothing but blue skies.
Out of the blue. You want some chili with those fries? Out of the blue.
You know, we're very lucky here in South Australia.
We have these pristine waters
So on today's program, we're focusing on South Australia.
and all the wonderful things it has to offer. We are going fishing just off the beach at North Haven. And cooking a very simple recipe.
I'm going to show you a large and very beautiful garden that is only 5 minutes from the town centre.
But first, Michael chats with Simone Annan, a South Australian with a great story.
Well, my family story is quite unique. So I was born and bred here in Adelaide. I actually have 4 sisters, and I have Croatian and Ghanaian heritage.
Oh, that's a mixture, isn't
It's a
it?
bit of a strange mix, isn't it? Yes. So my mum, she's Croatian, and my father was born in a town called Obuasi in Ghana, in West Africa. So he was actually a soccer player, and luckily he was scouted by Juventus. So there was an international FIFA scout that was looking for international talent, and so they saw him play, and so within a year or so they brought him to Adelaide, and he became a bit of a superstar.
Amazing.
Yeah, so they called him the Black Panther, and he had a lot of fans.
Now, you know, you live in South Australia. What places have you been to in South Australia?
I have been to so many places in South Australia. I love this state. My favourite places are Robe, amazing beaches and just running for a dip in summer. I love it. Also York Peninsula, that's my other favourite place. And there's a beautiful beach there, Shell Beach, and little rock pools, and we love to just have a dip there as well.
What else do you sort of have an interest in?
Oh, I love cooking, so particularly while we're camping.
Loves cooking?
Yes.
Now, Simone, I've got a bit of an idea with all the wonderful seafood out in the Gulf. We're going to try and catch some, if we can. Now,
that
Mike
would be
and I
great.
haven't got a really good track record, but we're going to try. So what about if I brought something back,
Okay.
whiting or something like that?
Actually, whiting would be great.
Could you adapt your beautiful recipes and flavours into that dish?
I think we can, and I think you'll love it, and you will definitely not have tasted it before.
Is that right?
That's right.
Don't go away. After the break, we'll show you the ultimate fishing spots just off North Haven.
Located just off the coast of North Haven are some excellent fishing spots. And with the rains that we've been having this year, there should be plenty of fish. Today, we are very lucky to be invited on a fishing boat of our mate Morris, whose daughter Jen is a mad keen fisher. Jen, how long you been a recreational fisher for?
Good question, Michael. I've been fishing the waters of South Australia since I was around 5 years old.
And where did you start off first?
The good old Lady Bay beach.
And what do you catch there?
A good bucket full of gar and tommies and squid, and if we're lucky, some King George whiting.
And who does all the cleaning?
Oh, Dad back in the day.
Good on him. What makes fishing for you so special in South Australia?
I really love to come out here and relax. It's great to have quality time with family and friends, and it's really a place of solitude to relax from the busy lifestyle I lead. As you can see today, it's so beautiful and clean, and I think we do a great job to respecting the ocean as a whole here in South Australia, and it's really important to keep that respect up for the ocean and the marine life here.
Jen, it's about time we caught some fish. You're catching calamari. I'm going to try to catch some whiting, okay?
Let's do it.
get to it. Morris reckons that Jenny's a fish magnet and always catches something. Well, it appears that her magic might be working.
That's a King George whiting, an icon South Australian fish. You also get it in Western Australia, but they taste better here in South Australia. It doesn't get any better.
The Houdini's been broken! What a quality centimetre whiting. As we leave this paradise and head back into shore, I spotted a mate of mine on the beach. G'day, Lee. What are you doing here?
Hi, Michael. I'm just waiting to play a game of cricket.
Well, you got the sunscreen on, you got your bat and your ball, but where are the wickets?
I'm sitting on them. See?
Oh, terrific. This is all in one, isn't it?
Yes.
Well done. What gave you this idea?
Well, Michael, I grew up on the beaches at Port Hughes and Moonta Bay, and we spent countless hours in summer playing beach cricket. One day I just had a light bulb moment. There's got to be an easier way to get everything down to the beach. So, yeah, I come up with this idea. It's a 33-litre cooler. As you can see, the stumps have been built onto the cooler, so they also provide as your handle. And inside, obviously, 33 litres.
Fantastic.
And on the back, we've got a nice little bottle opener here, and we've got a water outlet.
And the big wheels makes it go over sand hills as well.
Certainly does, yes. We spent a lot of time making sure there's enough clearance for the sand down the bottom there.
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Now, where do you buy them?
Well, there's two places you can buy them at the moment. You can get them at Bunnings nationally.
Yes.
And also you can buy them on our website, cricketcooler.com.au.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, listen, how about I put my fish into it and you and I can play cricket?
Sounds like a great idea, Michael.
Just be gentle with me, will you?
Certainly.
And let me know the rules, will you? Good on you.
Thank you.
Let's go and do it.
Cheers.
Thanks. Oh, where's my filter? I don't think I can run anymore. That's it. That's cool. Oh, hey, that's 2 runs.
Now, true to her word, Simone and her sister Brooke have agreed to cook a fusion recipe with this wonderful fish we caught. So I'm going to give it to them now.
Yay!
Hey, now, Simone and Brooke, whiting.
Thank you very much.
What are you going to do with it?
What we've decided to make is a
beautiful crispy whiting with a green mamba sauce.
Oh, have you ever tried that before?
No, I'm looking forward to it.
You will
okay,
love this.
I'll be back to try it.
Awesome.
See you.
See ya. See you, Michael. All right. So what does our recipe entail? Well, as we mentioned before, we have Croatian and Ghanaian heritage.
Yes.
So we've drawn flavours from West Africa and Eastern Europe and created a beautiful fusion recipe.
Okay,
Let's
so
have a
I'll
look.
start by chopping the shallot.
Yes.
So we want to put in 1 whole shallot.
We've got a whole shallot.
We use coconut oil to fry our shallots. Then add a good handful of peanuts, some chopped fresh ginger, and of course a good measure of chilli. Brooke also likes to add fennel fronds as they add a great taste. In goes some spring onions and a squeeze of lime juice. And finally, seasoning.
I also will add a bit of paprika. We're using that later in the recipe. That's a bit of the, a lot of paprika. That's the Croatian element right there.
This is looking nice and caramelised.
Yeah, that looks about good, Simmy.
That's about right. So basically, this is how you make the sauce. We took half out and made the sauce and used a blender, but obviously
It's a bit hard to blend at the beach.
We're on the
power.
beach, so
Now, so you turn the heat off. All we're going to add to this, we're just going to add a little bit of our chilli.
we wanted to keep that fresh. We didn't want to cook this chilli
We
down.
don't want to cook all of the chilli down.
Want those
and we're
flavours
gonna take
to really come
the
out.
Coriander. It's a beautiful freshness.
That's it. We'll just mix that
Mix that through.
All right.
Oh, and squeeze a lime.
Squeeze
We
the lime.
forgot
Don't
the
forget the
lime.
lime.
The lime
adds a
makes
beautiful
it.
flavour. And now we're going to make our fresh salad.
Yes.
Brooke's fresh salad has fennel, some orange, Spanish onion, a squeeze of lemon juice and big slices of avocado drizzled all over with olive oil.
Look at how good are these simple ingredients.
So that's all ready to go. All right, so after the break, we're going to come back and we're going to do the fish. Okay, so so now we're going to make the fish. So first of all, we're going to start with...
Teaspoon of paprika.
And then a teaspoon of chili flakes, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of Spartan spice. This is quite dear to our hearts. It's actually a Greek seasoning, but it works really well in this recipe.
Works really well in any recipe.
All right, I'll take that. Okay, and then we're going to add 1 cup of buttermilk.
Yeah, a bit more.
Yep, so it's about 250 ml of ginger beer, so about a cup.
Yeah, and then just slowly whisk in the flour. Good if you have a sister to help you.
Yeah, it does help with 2 hands. Put in a bit of pepper as well.
Yeah. About the consistency, yeah?
All right, now the peanut butter.
That's good.
Oh, the secret ingredient.
Just over a teaspoon. That's good. Happy?
Yep, I'm happy.
Cool.
That looks good. All right, so now we're cooking with coconut oil today.
Yes.
There's amazing health benefits with coconut oil.
Perfect. Yep.
That looks good. All right, so we'll let that heat up.
Cool. That's good, Simi.
All right.
Should we coat our fish?
Yes. Okay.
So we're just going to literally put them in. You just want to flap it about. And then we'll just place it in the oil.
Straight in the oil.
Get that sizzling away.
Lovely.
Cook the fish for 3 to 5 minutes each side or until they're crispy.
And with the magic of television, voila. Here you go.
Africa and Croatia on a plate.
All right, Michael,
We're ready,
Michael.
I really have been waiting for this.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, I'm
it?
prepared.
You've never tasted
Well, I
anything
must
as
admit,
good
I've
as
never
this.
had whiting cooked like this. I'll relish trying it. So here we go.
Oh, don't forget the sauce.
Try not to
It's a green mamba sauce.
That one.
It's going to take you over.
That is beautiful, crispy. Sisters, you've done a beautiful job.
Thank you so much for having us,
Michael.
Michael.
Thank you for that, and see you next time.
Oh,
Bye.
wait, I wanted a taste.
Oh, no, we didn't get a bite.
And voila! Crispy whiting with fresh salad and green mamba sauce.
You know, here in South Australia, we've got the best of so many things. And along with that group of beautiful projects or products, wine, food, we have gardens. And it is quite well known that we grow the best roses probably anywhere on the planet. South Australia has got that beautiful Mediterranean climate. We've got such a diverse collection of plants. Today I'm at the Beard Garden and Donald Beard is with me. And Donald, this is a magnificently established garden. How did it all start?
Well, we were living in Marriotteville and we wanted one more room in the house and a little bit more land. And this is what we landed up with.
So how long ago was that?
45 years. So we came here, but there was no garden. It was just, sort of overgrown. So Margaret sat down with her pencil and drew the garden that she felt was the best outlook. All in curves, and you can see each bed runs into the curve of the next one.
Yes.
So she dug all these beds and then planted them. Every single plant in the garden is Margaret Beard.
Do you know how much time Margaret spends in the garden these days?
Plenty.
Plenty.
I know much, all the time.
All the time. Well, a garden like this in South Australia is not a common thing these days, and it's fabulous that you keep it all intact. Donald, thank you very much indeed.
Coming up, my mate and I whip up a recipe using some of South Australia's wonderful produce, so don't go away.
Mickey, another fantastic location here in South Australia, on the beach.
On the beach, right at the front of the Largs Bay Sailing Club. What are we cooking today, old son?
Well, I thought we'd do crab linguine.
It'll have to be one of my most favourite dishes.
Well, I've got to put up my hand. It's mine too. Now, Mickey, you've done some chilli.
Done a few chilies.
And with some tomatoes. There's only one thing missing, Michael. The garlic. I went to get the garlic, and there's sand here, and cars and sand don't really mix. I got bogged. So there was about
You did.
5 people pushing me back on.
You
So
just went deeper.
Garlic is very optional, subject to getting bogged on the beach,
You-
all right?
oh, dear,
So
dear.
if you can do those for
You
me.
went deeper, deeper and deeper.
Or I reckon about, make a half a dozen tomatoes.
Yeah, okay.
And I reckon that's about it, Mickey.
About it. A bit of chilli here.
Put the chilli in. I'm going to work those.
Don't
And,
they smell terrific? You imagine what they would have smelt like with a bit of garlic.
Exactly. We won't go there, but just so you know, garlic is available.
Okay. Any store.
But the best advice I can give it to you, buy it before you hit the beach. Okay. Now, Mickey, see they cooking well?
Yeah, they are.
We've got, even with the wind, we've got a bit of heat.
Yep.
So
Okay.
can you put in the tomato?
Puree.
Yeah, I reckon. I reckon at least a half of that, Mickey. That should do it. And what we need is lots of black cracked pepper. This is quite thick, so you don't need to reduce it, because also we're going to put in the crab meat, this uncooked, which is also the blue swimmer crab meat. Keep going. How that's thickened up nicely.
Yes.
All right, if we could put in the crab meat.
Crab meat coming.
And we pre-cooked our pasta, and we often get asked the advice on cooking pasta. Just read the instructions on the packet and you won't go wrong. Well, Mickey, that's been 5 minutes. I don't want to overcook it.
No.
And the beauty, because there's so much moisture there.
Yes.
And just a little bit of cream, probably. A
little bit.
Yeah, not too much, about a tablespoon.
That'd be
So
it, wouldn't it?
yeah, that changes its colour. How about we put in the pasta now?
Here we go.
Oh, just think it's
Now
so
this-
distracting.
as you said, pre-cooked, a little bit of olive oil in
Yeah,
that
not
too.
too
So
much. Yep. And then can I use the tongs?
tongs are there.
And how about, Mickey, while I'm doing that, some parsley. Don't need to chop it, just
tear it up.
tear it up. Now, how about a bit of grated good Italian Parmesan cheese?
This
is a
was a
family-
massive block.
It just got distracted. As we'd like to taste things. As you can see, we're not really ambassadors of weight loss here. OK, that should do it. Look at that. Well,
That looks good.
there are local blue swimmer crabs.
Available.
Available.
Out there.
Out there. At your
Just
fishmongers.
on the doorstep of
On the
Adelaide.
doorstep.
How good is that?
Now, that's enough. We've heated it through. And Mickey, Grancio linguine, or blue swimmer crab in linguine.
I
All
love it.
great South Australian products.
Just say
You know,
it again. I love it when you talk.
And there you have it, South Australian blue swimmer crab with linguine.
Mickey, I've come up with your lunch, a crab linguine, and what wine are you going to match it with?
Well, that's a beautiful dish. It's a classic of our coastal area here. And speaking of another classic, is this Lark's Pier Hotel. In fact, I had my wedding reception
That wasn't
here.
long ago, was it?
Wasn't that long ago? And Michael, also a classic white wine, a South Australian white wine, and today I've chosen from Leasingham their wonderful classic Clare Riesling. It is a beautiful wine. It's got a hint of the aromas of lime and maybe a little bit of citrus, and you'll note it's just got a little bit of taut acidity with it. Look at the colour in it, Michael.
Looks fantastic, Mickey.
Isn't that fantastic?
I'll let you know how well you've done, but let's try the crab meat first.
Oh, I'll go to wine first.
Yeah, I'll try the crab meat first.
Michael, that is delicious.
Okay.
That is wine and food fit for a king. Seriously, you've done it
You
again.
need something to cut through.
Oh, beautiful.
Salute.
Well done.
You too. Who's selected?
Well, that's our program for today.
You can get both the recipes and the special offers from Leasingham at outofthebluetv.com.au.
See you next time.
Out of the Blue, proudly brought to you by Leasingham.